40-mile-an-hour winds today. None of the national forest roads are open. I am having problems with one of my brand new KO2s, the one on my passenger side.
There ain't nobody gonna do it for you. Got to find your own.
Something that makes us complete when we finally see. Here with the sun on our backs, it's all we need. Together with hearts intertwined, there's nothing quite like it. There's love enough to go around.
40-mile-an-hour winds today, but it's a tailwind. It's coming from the west, which is making driving quite pleasant. This is just a rest stop. Let's say you run around. We're on our way to Laramie, Wyoming.
One of the things I really enjoy about my RV life and having traveled to as many places as I have is knowing where all the cool things are in the different towns.
We stood in the moonlight, it's something sweet. Let it wash over all of me. With you I form my company. Forever close to the unknown.
I know for a fact there's a really cool little co-op in downtown Laramie, Wyoming, so I'm looking forward to stopping there. And I remember the little downtown, I actually had a vegan meal there. I'm going to put a link to that video in the description below, and I'm not going to show it this time, so go ahead and just check out the video from last time I visited Laramie. It was fun.
Nothing's promised to you in this life, but it's there for us to take. So live well, be bold, be brave.
Good morning. So it's 8:30. I'm in Cheyenne, Wyoming, after spending the night in a very expensive state park halfway between Cheyenne and Laramie. The winds were insane yesterday, gusts up to 50 miles an hour. I mostly had a tailwind, so it was mostly okay, but then I had to do some wild goose chasing for boondocking spots because none of the national forest roads are open at this high of elevation, almost 8,000 feet, so they don't open until Memorial Day apparently. So I went on some wild goose chases. The winds were insane. I planned on just getting to Laramie, going to the co-op there, and camping at Vendezvous, I think it's called, the climbing area, but it was closed. Anyway, I was tired and I settled for the state park. So I'm in Cheyenne this morning. I am having problems with one of my brand new KO2s. The one on my passenger side that I thought looked low in Mexico looked really low yesterday. Should have took a picture, but I was too stressed out. It was kind of on a slant and it was in some soft dirt, but it looked really, really low. So I'm going to Les Schwab this morning. I'm going to get it looked at. There's something wrong with it. It's not my imagination. And yes, I do have an air compressor. And yes, I tried to fill it up with my air compressor, but it's got a thing on it for, it's got a gauge and it's got this black box on it, which makes it impossible to get in there between the tires and screw it on to the valve so that I can fill it up. And I forget about it every time I take it out and try to air up my tires. I forget about it. So what I'm going to do is see if I can find an extension so that it'll easily just, because I can see the valve stem. It's very clearly, I can access it, and I could just fill it up at a gas station, but it keeps getting low. So yeah, I have an air compressor. It's a Smittybilt. It's one of the best. does me a lot of good if I can't use it.
On July 4th, 1867, the first tents were pitched on the site that's known as Cheyenne. Cheyenne means aliens or people of foreign language, and the Sioux Indians gave this name to the Indian tribe who roamed these plains.
I love Les Schwab, and I miss Les Schwab. I didn't even get out of my vehicle, and one of the mechanics came over and said, "How can we help you?" And I told him, he's like, "No problem, just go park over there." And I'm here at 9, and it looks like there's nobody else here, so cool.
Their spelling was a little different, but the first residents who moved in and worked on the Union Pacific Railroad adopted this name for the area.
I'm telling you, I love Les Schwab. In and out in less than an hour. Not even an hour. And it's not my imagination. I had a big old screw in my tire. Yeah, so I'm wondering, though, if maybe it was my imagination in Mexico, because it seems to have gotten a lot lower since I was in Pahrump. I went to the dump. I drove this, maybe not such a good idea. I drove this into the dump, and if you've ever been to the dump in Pahrump, a lot of roads, I'm thinking I may have picked it up in the dump. So anyway, the other reason I'm in Cheyenne today is because my Starlink has been acting up. Every time I plug it back in, or even plug it in, it takes many tries for it to kick in. It keeps saying it's unplugged, even though it's plugged in. I contacted support late last week, and they just got back to me yesterday and said, well, upon investigation, you need a whole new unit. And they're sending me a whole new unit. I don't know where I'm going to be. They're not shipping it for several days to a week. They're giving me a week window. So they're just going to ship it to my mom's. In the meantime, usually it's a cable. Usually they tell you need a new cable, and that's what I thought they were going to tell me. So I bought a new cable from Amazon. I'm having it delivered here. I ordered it yesterday, maybe Sunday. They said it was going to be delivered today by 7. Now they're saying today by 10, and it's not showing that it's out for delivery, which is really making me nervous. So what I might do is just go to Natural Grocers, and there's a reservoir with some camping about an hour north of here. I really need to get some work done, so I think I might just do that and just pick it up tomorrow and head out. That's the plan. Thank you, Les Schwab. You'd say he was a good girl. It was nice of them to make a Les Schwab across from a beautiful park. We went up there and walked. Huh. All right, Natural Grocers. And Les Schwab, they didn't even charge me anything. I mean, to fill up air and do a tire check is one thing, but they patched the tire and they didn't charge me anything. I said, when are you guys going to expand across the country? He said they're going in North and South Dakota and Wisconsin? Minnesota, I think he said, this year. They've always been awesome. I like that. And no problems with the RV. They couldn't do an alignment. I asked them because they need front tires, but I'm not going to do front tires if I can't get an alignment. So, because I am seeing some wear on the outside of that tire. Anyway, you don't care. I need an alignment and I'm not doing, yeah. Okay.
To us. We have wronged no one. We have corrupted no one. We have cheated no one. I do not say this to condemn you. I'm not doing this to get hard and heavy on you. For I have said before that you are in our hearts to die together and to live together.
And for righteousness. Now it was not written for his sake. This was not written for Abraham's sake, because this is written hundreds of years later, that it was
been dreamed that God was going to put his hand so deeply.
Maybe some of those people were saying, well, Paul, remember 1 Corinthians 5, he is so overbearing. Or some were saying, through that Paul, he's really a charlatan. Because Paul had mentioned, and he's coming back, to collect an offering, a monetary offering for the saints in Jerusalem.
You have arrived.
Really? Am I though? And sometimes you have to drive a mile on a shitty ass levee road. Washboard. Very washboard. And you see that there's probably a much better road to get out here. Yeah, look at that. Google does not know roads. Look at it, that road is paved. I could have taken that road, gone a little bit further and taken that road. The good news is I know there's a better route out, and that's always a bonus. It's funny right now. All right, but we're still not at any place that I can camp. It's wetlands, camping between road and reservoir only, 5-day limit. Pack it out. Okay, camping between road and reservoir only. Oh. Oh, that's gonna be interesting. Right? Look, this is gonna be interesting. Alright, let's see. You see that spot over there? Look at that. Look at. I think I want to try to go over there. Yeah, it looks like the other side is definitely better. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, there we go. I'm seeing camping. Alright. A little rough to get to, but hey. It's actually quite beautiful out here. However, there is rain forecast for tonight. You always need to be aware. When you boondock, you always have to be aware of your weather forecast. And, oh, it looks solid enough. Just don't want to be too close to the reservoir. Okay, this will work. Wow, look at that, right on the reservoir. I like that right there. But little worried about rain. Look at this. Oh yeah, I like this. Okay, this is solid enough. Oh, this is really pretty. Yeah, I don't want to drive on this stupid road anymore. Okay. I'm a boondocking junkie. I changed my mind. I couldn't, it was really off level. And there's a lot more. I gotta explore, man. I can't take the first one. See? I would have walked up here and I would have been kicking myself because this might work. Oh my goodness, look at that. Oh yeah. This is awesome. Wow. So what I'm gonna do, it's totally solid. We're not gonna get a ton of rain, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make sure I have an easy out so I don't have to do a lot of backing up and pulling forward and moving kind of sort of my nose facing it, in the direction I'm gonna wanna go. I mean, not completely facing out, but because I think I wanna go parallel to the water. I'll show you.
I decided I'd rather be comfortable than worry about a little rain. It already rained and the ground is solid, and rather than park where I could easily pull out, I wanted to be here. The ground is super solid. And well, yeah, look at this. But all I would have to do is back straight up and then go up there. So not a bad plan. But look, I already had a little rain. All these birds and tree frogs ought to make some good sleeping tonight. I love this sound. Beautiful here. Smells a little bit like farm, like cows. Not bad. A little bit more traffic here. I've been here for several hours already. A lot more traffic than I expected, but here comes the rain. Package is still saying it's going to be delivered by 10, and it's like 7. It's not going to be delivered today. So I'll have to decide if I want to wait for it. I guess it depends on what Amazon says. But I was only planning on being here for the night and going in tomorrow to pick up my package. But if it's not here, that changes everything. So we'll see. All right, I brought the Bluetti AC240 inside this morning after leaving it out in the rain so that I can use it and tell you about it today. I'm using it inside right now, but you don't have to. That's the beauty of this new model. It's dustproof, it's waterproof, it's completely sealed, so you can leave it out in the rain like I did. You can get mud on it, you can get dust on it, and you are not gonna have to worry about the lithium battery getting damaged. Well, I have a really nice spot here, but things really warmed up today after the rain. It is hot and humid here. So I pulled out my fan. I carry this fan with me. So we're going to run it on the Bluetti AC240 today after leaving it out in the rain yesterday afternoon. I could plug my whole RV into the Bluetti AC240. It has a 30 amp plug, so I just plug my plug right into it, but I am getting enough sun, so my batteries are doing fine. I just don't want to drain them any more than I have to. It's really hot today. This can literally replace a gas-powered generator. So you don't have to worry about changing oil or spark plugs. You don't have to worry about the noise. The loudest this ever gets when it's charging is 45 decibels, which is nothing. I barely notice it. So you can actually leave this outside
If you live in a sticks and bricks and you need a backup power source, or if you are stationary in your RV, you can leave this outside and you don't even really have to worry about leaving it in the rain or the dust if you're in the desert or anything like that, because this is completely sealed. The IP65 level dustproof, moisture-proof, and waterproof effectively prevents external moisture, dust, and gas from invading and harming the battery, which is going to increase the life of the battery. The Bluetti AC240 has a built-in inverter and also built-in battery protection against overcharge, over-discharge, over-current, and over-temperature technology. So this is going to be your go-to backup power source in almost any weather condition. And it's got the multiple USBs, it's got the RV outlet, it's got AC outlets. You're going to be able to charge multiple things at once in your daily life, or in the case of a power emergency. In fact, you're going to be able to get about 350 life cycles out of it when you charge it up to 80%. So that's going to last a really long time. One thing I absolutely love about Bluetti, they have excellent customer service. So if you ever have a problem with your Bluetti AC240, they have 6-year customer service and support, surpassing other battery products on the market. Feels like the southern swamps. I have to keep like reminding myself that I'm in Wyoming and not the south, and I don't have to worry about Sadie getting eaten by so many birds. I don't have to worry about Sadie and alligators. Yep, I bought an air fryer. I have been really curious about them, and I haven't run it yet boondocking, so we're gonna run it on the Bluetti AC240. Yay, I'm excited. So I'm making crispy air fried cauliflower. So it's a 1,000-watt air fryer, and I'm still running the fan because it's still warm in here. So that's going to be dinner, cauliflower, and I think some quinoa and beans. Can't wait. I love cauliflower. And the nice thing about the Bluetti AC240 is that it allows me to use a 1,000-watt appliance, and I don't have to worry roasted cauliflower in the oven would be way too hot. I couldn't do that today. So this is a nice bonus. Love the Bluetti, and not so sure about the air fryer. For one thing, the recipe calls for oil. I thought the whole purpose of an air fryer was to not use oil, and I don't know. Maybe I just need to learn how to use it. What do you guys think? I know a lot of you have air fryers. Give me your tips. What are your tips for using the air fryer to make really like fried stuff? Because so far I haven't been able to make anything fried with just air. But the Bluetti, I'm a huge fan of the Bluetti.
This looks pretty good, right? Quinoa, black beans, the roasted cauliflower, broccoli, threw some other veggies in there too. I think it's gonna be good. 71% at 7 o'clock. So I'm impressed with how the Bluetti AC240 performed today. I started out at 100% when I plugged it in this morning. I ground some coffee. I used my 1000-watt air fryer for 2 batches, and I kept my little Honeywell fan plugged in for 7 hours, and I only used 29% of the power, which means I could run the fan for 3 days, 7 hours, 8 hours a day before I would have to charge the Bluetti again. If you need a backup power source for your sticks and bricks life, or you need a portable power station for your nomad life, the Bluetti AC240 is a game changer. And you're going to be able to save big this weekend, either on Amazon or on the Bluetti website. So you're going to get 5% off if you shop through Amazon using the link below and the discount code. So if you're going to go to Amazon, click the link below and use that discount code. And if you want to go to the Bluetti website, you're going to save $100 off the Bluetti AC240. And that link is also in the video description with a different discount code. So get your backup power source now so you never have to worry about running out of power ever again. Stay tuned tomorrow. We're gonna go explore tomorrow, and I'm gonna eat my dinner. Good night. What do you think? Well, I'm really glad I didn't waste my day waiting around in Cheyenne the other day for my package like I sometimes do. It never showed up 2 days ago and when it was supposed to, and it didn't show up yesterday, and now Amazon is saying they don't know where it is or when it's going to arrive. They have not been very reliable lately. Anybody else having that problem with Amazon? So screw Amazon. I went ahead and ordered one at Best Buy, and it looks like the soonest I can get one delivered anywhere close by is like 5 days, I think it was. So I think Grand Island, Nebraska is where I'm going to pick it up. So I'm going to keep heading east. This is a challenge when you need things that you really can only buy. They don't have them in stock in anywhere nearby. It can be really challenging. Prescriptions have been a challenge the last couple of years. A lot of challenges I've had that I didn't have the first few years on the road. I don't know what it is. Getting older, needing more things, making my life more complicated. I don't know. But when you're on the move, when you're actually being a nomad and you're, trying to get from point A
point A to point B in a reasonable amount of time, and not when I'm lollygagging, I don't care. I'll wait a week if there's good boondocking, but that's not what I want to do right now. So all I can do is look at the stores. I went through this last year trying to buy a generator. All I can do is look at the stores, see what is in my path, see when it can be delivered, try to make an educated guess about when I'm going to be there so that I don't have to sit in a big city or sit in an expensive campground that I don't want to sit in, and wait for it. So that's the plan right now. I'm heading to Grand Island, Nebraska to pick up my Starlink cord. So wish me luck. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me. A couple things I want to let you know about. If you like the music in my videos, more often than not, I list all of the music in the video description all the way at the bottom. It talks music in this video, including my opening song. I try to do that every time. Sometimes I forget, but it's usually there. And there's also usually an affiliate link. So if you want to get the music, I actually benefit from that a little bit, and it helps keep my channel going because YouTube is my full-time job, and YouTube pays me a little right around minimum wage for all the work that I put into it. So everything that you do, joining Patreon, clicking the join button below to join my channel, and getting extra content for both of those, shopping at my Etsy store, all the affiliate links, the Amazon affiliate links, all of that helps me make a living doing this, creating these kind of videos that still take 4 to 5 days to create. These travel videos are longer. I appreciate it. So if you're still here, and if you stayed all the way to the end, leave me a comment below and let me know that you stayed all the way to the end. Commenting helps too, if you can't afford anything else. So thank you all so much for being here. You never know where I'm going to end up. You never know what I'm going to encounter. You never know what's going to happen. So be sure to subscribe to my channel so that you can be part of the fun. Click the bell so you get a notification so you never miss a thing. I appreciate each and every one of you, and we'll see you next time from Nebraska, I think. Maybe. In the meantime, be happy, be free, and be kind. I'll see you soon.